are working it today with Andy Challenger of Challenger Gray and Christmas, here to talk about working after hours, something we are all very familiar with. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So what should be the protocol? Should you untether from your tech once you go home and leave the office or the trading floor?
Yeah, it's so different from workplace to workplace. We're seeing it's becoming a bigger issue. There's a number of European countries that have actually banned sending emails, or at least having to respond to them after work hours. And so we did a recent survey of managers in the US and found that the practice of getting emails after work is very prevalent.
It's very prevalent. Should this be happening? Is it a good thing or a bad thing for offices?
Well, we certainly know workers in the US are burned out, and receiving emails late at night is part of that. You can never really disconnect. And about 84% of employers say that they are expecting their employees to respond to emails after work hours.
What do you do then? If your boss emails you and you're like, you know what, it's been a long day, I've already worked X amount of hours, I just want to spend some time with my family or be at home.
Yeah, not in some workplaces. If you're having to respond to a customer, you have to be responding. It's not going to work. But about 50% of managers said they're okay with their employees not responding until the next morning. So it's a really good idea to have that conversation with your employer and see if they're one of those 50% that's okay with you turning off your phone at night and responding early in the morning.
I understand that because doing this show, we are on 24/7 because if somebody doesn't get their show, it becomes a problem. So we just can never unconnect, and we love it. All right, so new rules should be in place, do you think, for the United States? Will the U.S. follow Europe?
It doesn't seem to be a trend. Employers don't really want it. Employees are not, it's not something they're fighting for. So it's not something that's going to happen organically in the US. But certain employers that are really conscious about creating a good work-life balance for their employees should start to implement policies.
And millennials are very big about protecting their private space. Is that an issue for millennials?
Well, they're so connected, and I think as millennials come into the workplace more and more, they're going to start to demand, in some ways, a reprieve and some balance in their lives.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show as always. See you next week.
Thanks for having me.